Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing an update video. I know I have a lot of new subscribers that may not know this about me, but I am a melanoma cancer survivor. I was diagnosed when I was 16 years old. I was a junior in high school, and today, 9.5 years later, I still remain cancer free, which I am so thankful for. So about 2 years ago, when I first started making videos, I dedicated an entire video to my story from before I found out I had cancer to when I found out I had cancer to all of my doctor's appointments, and finally from when I was declared that I was cancer free. I will leave it linked down below so you guys can kind of get my backstory and get to know me and everything. So a few weeks ago I posted an Instagram picture showing me sitting by the pool in like a long sleeve shirt. I was promoting melanoma awareness and just keeping your skin protected, and ever since then, you guys, I've had a wave of people reach out to me, whether they've recently been diagnosed themselves or they have a family member or a friend that has been diagnosed. And ever since then, I've just had it so heavy on my heart to make this update video. It has been 2 years since I made my original post, so I think it's definitely time. Please, again, please watch my part 1 to this so you can just fully understand. There are a few different times in that video where I do get really passionate and kind of upset. But if you're going through this, then you understand. In this video, I'm going to definitely remain more calm while still advocating some of those points that I touched on in my first video. Also, please subscribe to my channel. I know there is this part of my channel and then also like my fashion and my super girly and beauty side of my channel, but I hope that I can kind of combine this all together and you guys can, you know, learn more about me and my life and what I've been through and relate that way, but also like relate and follow me because of my, you know, style lookbooks or my try-ons and, you know, the girly side of things. So nonetheless, if you aren't subscribed, please do join our YouTube fam. I would love to have you, and all my socials and everything are linked down below if you'd like to follow me. Also hit the notification button so that you're always notified anytime I upload a video. So it's been 2 years since I've made that video, and quite a bit has happened within that 2 years time. I must say that when I first was diagnosed with malignant melanoma, I'm still trying to figure out how it even happened. I'll probably never know because I have never once set foot in a tanning bed, and I was hardly ever out in the sun, except for when I was, I always burnt really easy. I'm really fair skinned, so I don't know if that played a part in it, but it was a mole on the side of my neck that changed in color and size just randomly one day. So I don't even know how long I had cancer for. I don't know, there's still like so many unanswered questions and things I think about on a daily basis, and it's been 9.5 years. Like, I don't know. I think there's just some things that you always kind of wonder and things that you'll always kind of ask. I also kind of want to touch on my mental health in this video because I definitely believe in surviving after surviving, and I feel like a lot of people may be able to relate or take a lot from what I'm going to say. So I also want to touch on that. So when I was first diagnosed and healed from my cancer, my dermatologist ordered me to come in for a cancer screening like checkup every 6 months, and I did that for about 4 or 5 years where I came in every 6 months, had a cancer screening, had a checkup. After those 4 or 5 years, then I was ordered to only come in once a year, and that was such a milestone for me. Like, things like that like matter so much. So I also did that for a few years, and then about 1.5 years ago, my dermatologist ordered me to only come in once every 1.5 years. So that has been huge for me. I feel like I've came so far. So yeah, right now I only have my cancer screening every 1.5 years. My last appointment was last summer, and then my next appointment is in about 6 months. I have to tell you that even though it has been 9.5 years and I've came so far, I still have such a hard time holding it together every time that I go see my dermatologist. And it's been so long for me, but it's something that's so emotional and it's so hard, and every time I go back into the office and he's reading my notes and we're going over my case, it's like every emotion and every memory just like floods me, and the tears come flooding as well. So that's something that I have dealt with throughout the years, every single time. Can anyone else relate to that? Because sometimes I just like feel so silly that it's been so long and I still feel it like that. But I don't know, if you can relate, then leave me a comment down below and let me know like how you are at your cancer screenings and, your appointments and everything, just emotionally and mentally. So even though these appointments are still very emotionally hard, I'm very, very grateful for them, and I stick it out and I go no matter what, because cancer screenings and checkups are so important. Even 9.5 years after being cancer free, like, it is so important. It doesn't matter if it's been like a year for you, or 10 years, or 20 years, or 40 years. Getting cancer screenings and checkups are so very important. So nonetheless, push through and go, and you will be so happy that you do, because it's like a peace of mind type thing. Like, you just feel like so much peace and so much better afterwards. My anxiety still flares up and rises skyrocket high, like the months leading up to the months, and especially the weeks, and especially the week of the day that I actually had like my sentinel node biopsy cancer surgery. My anxiety is still so crazy. I honestly have such a hard time battling my emotions and my feelings of depression and downness. It's such a weird feeling. Like, it's bittersweet. Like, I am so very thankful, but it's so very hard. It's such a bittersweet thing. And again, like, if you feel this way, like, let me know. Like, leave me a comment. I want to hear from you guys, and I want to make sure that I'm not the only one who really feels like this, because I feel like a lot of people don't really understand. And even though so much time has passed and I've been cleared by my dermatologist to only go once every 6 months, this is something that I still think about and I still deal with on a daily basis. And I know for a fact that I'm always going to carry this with me and have this just not affect in a bad way, but affect me in a good way of the woman that I am and the woman that I will continue to be for my kids and just everyone in my life. It's something that affects you way after you have been diagnosed and treated and healed of cancer. So I want to tell you that if you are feeling this way, it is normal. And if you are going through this right now, know that this is all about your mindset, okay? Your mindset and your perspective. Stay positive, stay strong, pray, keep your faith. I know it's so hard. Keep your faith in God. Pray like crazy. Use the law of attraction. Stay very positive. Speak positive things into your life, because all of those combined are so very important. Like, I can't stand by it enough. And even after surviving, the same type of mindset applies. Like, you have to stay positive. Another thing that I really stand by is just being like the healthiest that you can be. So watching what you eat, what you drink, what you use on your body, because there's just so many daily products and just food that you consume on a daily basis that have carcinogens and chemicals and so much nasty crap in it. Just be mindful of what you're eating and drinking, even the toiletry items that you're using, shampoo and conditioner and lotions, like makeup, like everything. It's so crazy to me. Like, it's so crazy. So really check into things like that. Do your research. I have switched over to majority like natural or almost natural products. I cut out meat about 2 years ago. I think some of you may know that. But yeah, I cut out meat like 2.5 years ago. I barely have any dairy. I exercise. I don't drink pop. You know what I mean? I'm just like trying to tell you guys that I try to be as healthy as I can, and I definitely recommend that for anyone in general, but especially anyone dealing with a cancer diagnosis, or even like after your cancer diagnosis, because you only get one body. And you want to make sure that you are definitely taking care of it as best as you can. Another thing that I want to touch on, that I touched on in my first video, is to always get a second opinion. I 110% stand on that and believe in that. And if you watched my part 1 to this video, then you know that if I would have listened to my first doctor, I probably wouldn't be here today. It's literally by the grace of God and my grandma and my second doctor that I went to that I even had my mole biopsied and my diagnosis, and that I'm still here today. So it's just so crazy to me. It's literally so crazy to me. So definitely get second opinions, or third or fourth if you have to, and take care of yourself. Okay, another thing that is so important is to always make sure that you celebrate the day that you were declared cancer free every single year. So for me, it's March 13th, and I celebrate it every single year as if it were a birthday or an anniversary, and I always celebrate it with my grandma. She's the one that went to all the appointments with me, and if it wasn't for that woman, I wouldn't be here today. So every single year, I celebrate it with my grandma. We go do something fun, and we just treat it as if it were an anniversary. I call it my cancer-versary. So grab your friends, grab your family, grab your spouse, your wife, your kids, whichever, and celebrate that day every single year as your cancer-versary, because that day is going to be hard. So take that hard day and turn it into a good day by surrounding yourself with good people and love and fun, and just celebrate that you are still on this earth surrounded by these good people and that you beat cancer. That is something that has definitely helped me every single year, because like I said, my emotions, my anxiety is so bad. And if you've gone through this, like you know exactly what I'm talking about. So celebrating that day, your cancer anniversary, whatever day you make it, whatever you do, just go do something fun and do it every single year. And I promise that is going to help so much. I really hope in any way, big or small, in the tiniest little way, that I can help anyone with my story and my testimony, either from my first video or this one. I hope there's something that you guys can take from this. Leave me a comment down below. I will meet you guys down there after this video. We can talk, we can have conversations. And I hope that everyone else kind of pitches in as well, and we can kind of uplift everyone and, you know, help anyone and everyone that needs it. I also will have my email listed down below. You guys can send me an email if you'd rather keep it private. Also, all of my socials and everything are always on public, so you can send me a DM. If there's anything else that I think of that I missed that I think would be helpful, then I will put it down in the comments or in the description. But I think I touched on everything that I wanted to touch on. Sorry if this video was kind of all over the place. Sometimes it's so hard for me to kind of get everything out that I want to, because still to this day, this subject is hard for me when I sit down and actually get into all the feelings. But like I've always said, cancer is the best and the worst thing that has ever happened to me. I am so very thankful to have this experience and to be healed from it, because it's made me who I am today. It has influenced so many decisions I had made for my life, and I'm so very grateful for that. But it was and it still very is hard. Just know that you are not alone in this, whether you're going through it now or you've been healed of this for 10 years like me. Like, you are not alone, and I want to make this like a community and a page that everyone can kind of come to as a safe haven. And I'm here for each and every one of you. No matter what you need, I will always be here. So leave me a comment, send me an email, do whatever you have to do, and I will be here. I love you guys so much. Thank you again for 20,000 people that want to even watch my videos. I hope that I can help you guys and touch your lives in the very smallest way that you have touched mine. I love you guys. Everything's down below. And I will see you in a few days with my next video. Love you. Bye.